Hi everyone, it's Ethan from Guitars and Ideas. Today I'll be teaching you how to clean a rosewood fretboard. So we have two options, the dark fretboards and a light fretboard. The dark fretboards are usually made of rosewood, ebony, wenge, and even mahogany in rare cases, while the light fretboards are mainly maple wood and have lacquered finish, in which case we would only use guitar polishing compounds. In this case we have a rosewood fretboard on this cool 80s Kramer guitar. So let's dig right in. To get rid of the dirt and grime accumulated in the fretboard, we will be using the Dunlop 01 Fingerboard cleaner, which is a great product that will simmer the grime and make it easy to remove. You can also use naphtha or turpentine, which are less aggressive but still great for this job. So what you want to do is spray the fretboard generously from a distance of about 6 inches and let it sit for about 30 seconds. You can see the gunk and dirt surfaces as it softens and releases from the fretboard, making it easy to remove. Use a microfiber cloth to completely remove all the dirt. If the guitar neck has not been cleaned for many years, some of the dirt can be a bit persistent, and we will have to repeat the process. But at this point, the leftover dirt will be much softer and easier to remove. For the second cleaning, we will use turpentine or naphtha, which is gentler, and it is just to remove the bit of residue left from the first cleaning process. You can already see how the wood grain appears and how pretty it looks. When you clean the second time, make sure no dirt is left near the frets themselves. You can do this cleaning process every time you restring your guitar. To learn how to restring your guitar, follow the link on the top right of the screen. The main reason you want to do this is to preserve your guitar. The wood does absorb this grime, which is somewhat acidic, and it is not healthy for the wood. It can dry up the fretboard and cause cracks in the wood, and could even affect the way the truss rod works. The second stage would be to oil the fretboard, which will give it a new life and renewed flexibility. We'll do that after shining the frets. The next stage is shining the frets. We do that for two main reasons. One is to make the frets shiny and look pretty, and the second and more important reason is that it makes the frets smoother, so when you bend the string it sounds much cleaner and feels more comfortable. I use what we call a Fingerwood Protector. It sits on top of the fret and protects the fingerboard. If you don't have one, you can use tape around the frets to protect the rosewood instead. I'll take a little piece of steel wool, roll it up into a ball, and then go over each fret individually until they shine. You can see the difference immediately as the frets shine up. Of course, the main difference is felt when bending the string while playing. You can really feel the smooth surface of the frets. I'm very careful not to scratch the fretboard. You have to be very precise in the process. Towards the end of the fretboard, where the frets are closer to each other, you can switch to a thinner Fingerboard Protector, again being very careful not to scratch the rosewood. Okay, now that the frets are shiny and smooth, let me just blow away any residue left on the fretboard. The last step is to oil the wood. I use the Dunlop 65 lemon oil. It is an excellent product. Of course, there are other companies that make lemon oil, but after trying out quite a few of them, I found out that for me this was the best product to use. So I load the oil onto the sponge and apply it to the fretboard. I like to use a generous amount of oil, especially if I know that this fretboard hasn't had a good cleanup in a long time. After applying the lemon oil, I will let it sit for 2 or 3 minutes and then wipe it off with a microfiber cloth. The last thing I will do is use eyeglass cleaning cloth to go over the frets one more time for an extra shine, and this fretboard is ready to go. Shiny and clean, the wood is as good as new, and we can continue to the setup or to restringing our guitar.